The question I get asked the most about Walther stuff, without a doubt, is whether the steel frame or polymer frame is my favorite. If I had to pick just one, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So, it's been kind of fun. The last, what month is this? It's the end of October. I'm dating this. Since, I think, late August, early September, I've been shooting the polymer frame gun exclusively. Just kind of due to clientele and stuff, it made more sense to have a poly gun, so that's what I've been shooting. Well, starting today, I think I'm going to switch back to the steel frame for a little bit. Alright, I'll give you some behind the scenes. So, when I shoot a gun for a while, I gotta get to the point, like with the polymer frame guns, where, right now, I like this gun better. But that could be because I'm used to it. Handle these guns, normally not more than one day goes by where I'm not handling or shooting a gun. So I'm on the range almost every day, if not every other. So, get to the point where I shoot enough, you kind of used to just drawing, mag changes, all that kind of stuff, where the gun, it becomes very familiar. I get very used to it. And the last couple months, I've shot nothing other than polymer PDPs. Well, maybe I shot a magazine of something here and there to mess around with, but for training, taking blocks as a student at the summit, I was using this gun for all this. So whether I was a student, teaching, or just training on my own, I've been shooting polymer framed Walthers. And there's quite a few things I really have got to like about them. One, I feel like the gun being lighter makes it easier to draw and do like gun handling with, just because it's physically less weight to move around. The other thing I appreciate is doing target transitions. If I just look, the gun just floats there because there's really no weight. The gun doesn't weigh anything. So all I do is just look and the sight just floats exactly where I want it to. The polymer frame gun, these are added with silicone carbide, so it's just like skateboard tape. The only probably thing I don't like as much, I feel like the frame is a little bit small, even with the carbide added on it to build it up. If anything, maybe next time or if I have to redo it, I'd make the carbide just a tick like thicker, just to make the gun bigger around in diameter for the grip. But other than that, no complaints. The guns work great. I've shot them a ton. It doesn't matter if it's factory ammo. Well, I even went to a place where I couldn't take, or I was going to take one of my own guns, so I had I was the first rounds that I fired and the gun was zeroing it, but a brand new PDP waiting for me. It was just out of the box. So anyway, then I shot one there. So it's I feel quite comfortable, familiar, and trained up with this gun. So I thought, when I feel really good about it and really trained up and ready to go, that's as good a time as any to switch over to the metal frame guns, just to, I'll call it auditing my preferences. So yesterday, I would say I like the polymer frame better for the reasons I described. Well, I didn't mention that they're cheaper, so you can get one of those or two of those for the price of one steel frame. I like how light it is. It's easy to draw and do mag changes on. It feels, good in the hand. Maybe the grip diameter should be a tick bigger, but otherwise I really like the gun. Switching to this gun and just doing a little bit of dry fire with it last night, with a different rig and make sure the holster is all set up and the angles and junk like that, and then messing with the gun just a little bit this morning. I'm sure I'll like it just fine, but right now it just feels heavy and more clunky. Like, man, I would prefer the lighter gun. Just carrying this thing around on the range for 8 hours a day, drawing it takes more muscle to draw this thing. It feels like more work. But planning on going to the range later on today, and I'm sure once I start shooting it, I'll appreciate it that it's a heavier gun, or that it maybe has less felt recoil, or we'll see. The other part about the grip, I think I do like the grip on this one bigger, just because it's bigger in diameter, and the grip panels are replaceable, so I like that it feels like I've got more real estate to get my support hand on the gun. The polyguns, even with the carbides that are built up a little bit, I do have room for my support hand, but it feels a bit smaller in diameter, and when I grab the steel frame guns, it does feel a bit better in the hands. But otherwise, we'll see. So just a little bit of dry training last night and this morning, but plan on taking these things today to shoot more. So my idea is kind of auditing my preference. Before today, or before yesterday, I would have said the Polymer frame is my favorite. But the real question is that just because I'm used to it, or because it's really a superior or better pistol due to the ergonomics, the weight, the grips, whatever. Otherwise, the guns are set up about the same. So the other question I get a lot of is what parts do I change? So on both these guns, it's ZR Tactical 15-pound, the captive guide rods. So the recoil springs are changed. They both have Arise manufacturing plates on them. This one has a Holosun 507 comp. This one has a Vortex Defender XL. My guns are about 50-50 between those two dots. Otherwise, factory trigger, silicone carbide added to both of them. In, I don't know, a few of my guns, I've added the Springco reduced power trigger return spring, just because I was curious to see if it would, like, I'd be able to tell a difference or not. So that spring in some of my guns are changed, but I feel like maybe it's a quarter of a pound worth of difference. I don't know. Like, I almost don't notice the difference in some of the pistols. So other than that, these pistols would be, they're both completely stock the way they come out of the factory. So it'll be fun just to shoot this gun a bit and see, I don't know, let's say after a month of not messing with the poly guns at all, only shooting the steel frame guns, if I'm to the point where I get trained up with this and I strongly prefer this over the polymer frame guns, or if regardless of how much I shoot this gun, I miss going back to the polymer frame gun or want to do that. So I think that'll be kind of fun. Like I said, just as a good way to audit my own preferences. Otherwise, well, I didn't bring it up here with me, but I'm also going to be switching into the rotation a couple steel frame guns that Walther sent me. So I've got a 4.5 steel frame with one of the new Vortex enclosed emitters and lock grips, as well as a compact steel frame, which I think is a 4-inch slide and barrel, and that one's got lock grips on it also. I also left the factory mag wells on those. So I'm planning on testing those guns a bit also. So it'll be just shooting steel frame for the next month and a half, and just see if I like those better or worse. Kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fun to compare and contrast. And I am of the opinion that when you shoot a gun enough that you get really used to it, like, there's value in that, and that'll also affect, in my opinion, your preference for which gun you think is best. For example, if I decide, well, my M&P should be back from Apex in the next week. Let's say when I get that back, I only shoot that Apex M&P for a month, nothing else. I'm sure I'll get to the point where I don't know why anybody would want to buy a Walther pistol. This gun's the best, just because I'll be training with it and shooting it and feeling really comfortable with it and find features I like about it. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments if you can just talk yourself into believing whatever pistol you have is the best. I think it's kind of tough sometimes to tell. So that's what I got for you today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that garbage. I'm supposed to tell you to go to my website, I think, too, joelparktraining.com. So hopefully I don't get yelled at for not doing that. So appreciate you guys watching. Have a good day.